Today, I'm talking with Kiki Walker of Kiki Walker Wellness. Welcome, Kiki.
Thank you. Thank you, Maura. Great to be here.
Yeah, good to see you again. So, Kiki and I have met here on the North Shore, and we both share a lot of the same interests. And I'm invited Kiki today to talk about Scout and Cellar. So, Kiki Walker is a nutritionist, or I'm sorry, a nutrition and health coach would be your
Yes.
exact title.
Yes.
And can you describe to us, what your background is a little bit and what drew you into work with Scout and Cellar and just why you believe in clean crafted wine?
Absolutely. So thank you, Maura. And yes, I've had my business for just about 11 years. And I would say it was probably about 10 years ago where for me, I had to just make the decision to stop drinking wine. Not that I ever drank a lot of it, but it was just, I love a nice glass of wine. And I found that it was stealing my sleep. I found that I was just not feeling good, even getting massive headaches, just from a glass, and always waking up just not feeling my best, right? And so for me, it was definitely stopping and making that connection, which is what I coach on a daily basis of making a connection of how food makes you feel, how what you're putting in your body, how does it make you feel? And for me, that is how I've seen the most success with my clients is it's because obviously we've proven that the fad diets don't work. We've proven that these ways of eating, and I think people get overwhelmed with all of what is it, how can we be healthy? Well, if there was one thing, I often I tell people is that if there is one thing that truly that to focus on and to have success in your wellness journey is
Mhm.
focusing on reducing or getting rid of the added sugar. So when I finally dove into and looked at what is in wine, the mass produced wine, not
Mhm.
only are there chemicals and pesticides used when obviously the grapes are growing, right? So farmers are
Mhm.
using, which is what's being done in so many of our foods and causing so much chronic disease especially in the United States is but also so not only chemicals and pesticides, but they were adding sugars, which has proven to really can be very damaging to our brain, obviously really upping or increasing the inflammation in our body. But then also there was a lot of added sugar in wine.
During the
Had
processing, right? During
During
the
the
processing of the
processing,
sugar. I mean,
yeah,
of the
that's right.
wine. Yeah.
That's right, is they add all this sugar. And, and it makes sense and again, it's like when you really, boil this down and think about it, you're like, well, how can if you buy, a certain mass produced wine, every bottle tastes, the same, and it's been around for years, and obviously wine is going to taste the same, but it obviously has stuff in it to make it taste like this, right? Well, Scout and Cellar, so the woman who started Scout and Cellar is this amazing woman who was an attorney. She was really dealing with the same, and that's why I honestly just connected with this situation so much, because she was feeling the same things that I was, as she was enjoying a glass of wine, but just did not feel great, did not sleep great, all these factors that just doesn't work, right? And who wants to feel that way? So she dove in, found that you can find wines that, and it is different from when you go to the store and you see organic wine, or there are so many companies out there trying to really sell themselves. Everyone is very good at marketing, but Scout and Cellar, truly, we have wineries from all over the world. We test our wines. We make sure during the growing process, there's no chemicals, no pesticides, and then when the wine is made itself, there's no added sugar. People do say I am allergic to the sulfates. All wine needs a little bit of sulfates. We have the minimal amount. Also, without the added sugar, it means that our glasses of wine are a third of the calories. I mean, it's really a no-brainer. In my business, I really don't work so much on counting calories exactly, but to know that a third of the calories, that's a good fact to know, right? So
Right.
not only are you not having the added sugar, which is what's making people feel so awful, and I'm sure more you experience in your business is the people, I mean, I have women that suffer from migraines, I have people that have autoimmune disease, but would like to enjoy a glass of wine. it's an
Right.
awesome solution. And our
Yeah.
wines are from all, there's, like I said, all over the world. And there's all different price points. It's truly amazing. It's
And
been my
that's what I love about it. And then, part of it is being from the like the entrepreneurial spirit I have.
yes,
But really it's about creating that solution to so many people who they want to drink wine, but they get the headache, they get the bloat, they're super bloated the
yes,
next day, and they just feel awful. So, yeah, I have a lot of clients who come into me. It's a regular topic of conversation.
yes. Oh
What
yeah,
can I drink? When
yeah.
what can I drink that doesn't have a lot of calories and then I won't affect me in a negative way the next day? And so
That's right.
that's what I like about, healthy living and making all these choices is that you can take control of your life. You don't have to just say like, "Oh, I have migraines and when I get a migraine, I got to lie in bed all day because I can't do anything else." I mean,
Right.
you can sort of take charge of it. So, that's what I like about, all these healthy living choices and I just love Scout and Cellar. I think it's awesome. So I would like to share a couple of my favorites, but
Awesome.
what are a couple of your favorite wines from Scout?
Well, I have to say I am just I every wine I keep thinking I find my favorite. But I'm a big my type of wine always had favorite has been a Pinot Noir, which we've always had amazing options
Mhm.
with Scout and Cellar. But I just it's so funny. My daughters are graduating in. I have twin daughters that are graduating in May, and I just ordered them both. They have been I mean, and many of their friends are drinking it as well because it's
Mhm.
we have these different price points, which is amazing, so it can be affordable to the younger people. But my daughters were saying they just want to make sure for graduation that we've got some proseccos, we've got we have the sparkling rosé, which I
Mhm.
love. And I mean, there are just so many amazing options. We have a wonderful white Zinfandel right now that's amazing. We have
Mhm.
normal rosés. We've also got wines in the can, which has
Oh,
been
I
very
have that
popular.
here to show everyone.
Oh yes. Oh, I love those. And those are great. Like that was when I was with my mom drinks those because we would go to these little, it was like social distancing. So you just
That's
show
so
up with your
funny.
beach chair and your can of wine. It's delicious. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the rosé wine spritzer, and we
Yes.
all know that
Love that one.
rosé can be drank year round and not just in the summer.
Yes.
But anyway, but
It's like
there's
white beans.
really convenient. This
Yeah.
comes in a 4-pack, and then you can bring it to the beach, bring on a boat, whatever. Really, really
Absolutely.
yummy. And
Yep.
again, 50% less sugar and 1/3 the calories. I do
Absolutely.
have a couple of other little favorites here. I love the Gallivant Chardonnay.
Yes. Oh,
Totally love. In fact,
amazing.
this was the first wine that I drank, and I'll be honest with you, like, I was joking around with some clients. I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna start drinking wine, that's clean crafted, and it's 50% less sugar and 1/3 the calories." And they're like, "Oh, great. I'm sure it's gonna taste like shit."
Right, right. Totally. That's what
Everybody
everyone
says
thinks.
that. And I was, like, a little bit had my guard up, but as we know, Pilates wine,
Yeah.
now later. I mean, wine later.
I love it. I love it.
So, anyways, I did test this with my son who had come home from college his senior year, I think, halfway through, like right before Thanksgiving, and it was so good. And again, the next day, I just didn't feel terrible, which was
Yes.
great.
Yes.
Today, I just also want to teach everybody here. Now, this is from my waitressing days. This has nothing to do with the Scout and Cellar
Can be any wine. Yes. Yeah.
whatever the Scout and Cellar information that we're sharing today. But I just want to show everyone how you're supposed to pour a glass of wine. So cheers, this is the wine. And then when you take the bottle, whether it's this mini bottle here or a larger bottle, you're going to pour a little bit and then it's a twist of the wrist.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't
I
know if
love
you
that.
of course, I'm trying to teach as many people. And when I teach this to people, they're like, I never knew that. I'm like, did you ever wait tables? I guess
Yes, exactly. Oh
I've
yeah.
waited
Oh,
tables for like 7 years. And then
I think it
but
should be a requirement.
that should be
Absolutely.
a requirement. But anyway, these little bottles here are so cute.
I
This
love
is the
those.
Gallivant Chardonnay.
Yep.
And this is the Conte Terre um, Cabernet Sauvignon.
Delicious. I love that winery. Every
Dove
wine I've
Hunt,
tasted from there.
yeah, that is a good one. Dove Hunt Dog Sauvignon Blanc.
And that's delicious. My mom loves that one. And I love the label on that with the dog.
I know, isn't that so
So
cute?
everyone,
Dog
yeah,
lover.
I love
I'm a
that
dog
label. It
lover.
just makes you happy.
And then this one is the Gallivant Rosé wine. And again, rosé is super popular these days, just at all different times of the year. But
Yes.
what I love about these 4 little bottles, whoops, is that you can order them all together in like a little gift set. And I think it's really important for people to know that, because then they can try a few different wines without, I don't know, just kind of, it's called a tasting set. So you can basically order that.
Which is
And then
awesome. Yeah.
one last thing is with the Gallivant, this is called Bubbly White. So this is
I love
our
that one.
champagne. And I was just telling Kiki before we started, I'm like, well, I definitely want to go over how to open a bottle of champagne, because it's the day after Easter today, and we had mimosas yesterday. And Kiki and I both, by the way, are moms of 4 adult children, pretty much almost adults. So that's why we're drinking with them. We
Yeah,
just want to say, okay, like
exactly.
don't
Exactly.
send us to
Yeah.
the police. But anyway, and we don't drink all day. It's just on occasion. But anyway, so this bubbly white. So my son got out the bubbly white, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Let me teach you how to open the wine. So when you open a bottle of champagne, if you twist the cork, it spills all over the place. Okay. And you might want that for effect. If you're at a party and you want to be like life of the party, like, whoa, then of course you have to clean it up. All right. We all know life is about choices.
Yes.
So if you don't want to clean it up, then what you do is you hold the cork. I'm not going to do it right here, but I'm just going to show you a little, try to show you a little demo. And you turn the bottle. So
Okay.
I don't know if people knew that. So you hold the cork and you don't turn the cork. You just turn the bottle really slowly and gently, like really slowly, like this, like that. And
Okay.
then the cork pops out and you don't spill the champagne.
Amazing.
Yeah, so this might be fun to share at the graduation too, a little bit.
Yes. Oh, that was one. 100%. That's just being
Yeah.
sent down.
So anyway,
Morning.
well, thank you
Yeah.
so much for joining me today. And again,
Thank you, Mark.
I'm just really thrilled to be sharing good information about healthy living with people. And it's all about safe exercising and clean nutrition and making good choices, right? Whether it be with,
Absolutely.
our skincare, what we put in our skin, or what we eat and drink, and anything you're going to put into or onto your body, you should just know that there are other choices out there. And, just it's always a good idea to just be an educated consumer.
Absolutely. Yeah. And a good thing, Maura, too, for people to know is that, and I think this is something that, people get nervous. And I know I do, like when you order stuff online, are you going to like it? What if I don't like it? Am I going to pay for all of this shipping? Is it going to be, is it going to, am I going to like it? So I think that's one thing that, Scout and Cellar has definitely recognized that's important, and, to support that with their customers. So if you order wine and your client does not like it, right, they get full credit to get, to try another wine, and you can send it back. I've done it many times for people. I shouldn't say that. I haven't had to do it many times, but the times that I have done it, Scout and Cellar is so supportive, and we find a wine that the person likes. But like I said, it rarely does not happen, because one thing also that's really amazing is that Scout and Cellar has awesome descriptions on the website. So I feel like you can kind of see, knowing what type of wine you like, you can read through the description, and it gives you, if you like a dry or a fruity or a, whatever it is. So that I think is super helpful too. It's an amazing website, very user friendly, and
Right.
and just good to know.
The website is awesome. It really, really is. They've put a lot of time. I mean, the company's only
Absolutely.
like 3 or 4 years old, but they are all over it, describing the wine, describing the vineyards that all over the world, as you were saying. So it really is kind of fun to look for the wines, and then if you order, yep, there's a money back guarantee. And then
Yes.
you can also join like wine clubs, and
Oh yeah.
you don't have to do the wine club, but if you find that you like it and you're drinking it on a regular basis, it's actually less expensive. Um,
Yes.
but again, it's clean crafted wine. And what that means to our viewers is it's wine that's grown organically without any pesticides or added chemicals, but especially during the processing, there are no added sugars. And that is
Yep.
key. So that's going to give you
Absolutely.
wine with 50% less sugar and 1/3 fewer calories. So that's going to decrease the bloat, decrease any headaches the next day. So again, this is providing a solution to everyone where, again, we can just enjoy our lives, but
Yes.
live a healthy life.
Yes.
So,
Yes. I
yeah.
agree. I agree. Yeah. It's one of the best tools I think that, with my clients that, that I can offer when people say, because I think that can feel overwhelming when people say, I want to be healthy, but I also want to be able to sort of live my life. And this is what we do as coaches and instructors, and, as you're finding those solutions. So this is an awesome, awesome solution.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining
Thank you
me
so
today.
much for
I
having
really
me.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
And if anyone has any questions, I will leave your email in the description of this video,
Awesome.
and then
Okay.
also the link to Scout and Cellar. So if they want to
Awesome.
shop around and just look more at the wines, then
Perfect.
yeah, that sounds great.
Awesome.
All right,
Thank
have
you.
a
Great
great
to see
day.
you.
Thanks for coming.
Okay, you too.
Hey, cheers.
Yeah, cheers. I know. I wish I have my coffee still. So here.
We were originally gonna do the wine tasting, right? But then
I know
by the
when we
time
were going to do it at night, but these busy, crazy schedules. So
this is incriminating enough.
I love
It
that.
is like
Yeah.
telling everyone that our kids are drinking with us, but I don't want anyone to think that I haven't. First of all, it is 12 o'clock somewhere. No,
Yes. 5 o'clock.
actually,
Yeah.
I'm not. This could get a little crazy. This video. No. All right. Have a great day. Thanks for coming.
I
Thanks
was.
for
Thanks.
talking.
Bye.
All right. Bye now.